Hey guys, it's Cali. Today I'm going to have you join me as I show you my book Purge based on the Kon-Mari method, which is based on the life-changing magic of tidying up, a book by Maria Kondo. I did my close the last video and I'll link everything below. I'll make a playlist. So I talk a lot more about the method itself. Check that out if you have not yet. But today I go through every single book in my house on every single bookcase and I purge them. And we wound up with this large Rubbermaid Tupperware bin full of books, which will be going to our local used book consignment store and hopefully bring joy to someone else. So if this is interesting to you guys and you want to check out how I did the process, stick around and I'll show you how I did it. Okay guys, I'm going to start here in the living room where I have this one bookshelf up here that has a lot of classics that I've collected over the years. And I actually did do a bookshelf tour video last year, so I'm not going to go through each book individually. It would just take me way too long. And these are all going to be coming down from the shelf. This bookshelf my son made for me. Shakespeare, Everybody Needs War and Peace, Tom Sawyer, I don't know if I can let some of these go, you guys. There's a lot of joy being sparked right now. So there's this one. And then I have this small bookshelf. I wish I could pull back all the way. I'm in my wheelchair and I can't go any further back. So let's see. There we go. There's that. And then that's on top of this next one, which let's see. We have my Stephen King collection, which honestly, I think the last Stephen King book I bought was Cell, and I bought that in paperback, but a lot of these are original hardcovers, and I wish I had taken care of them more, knowing now what I know about books. This one is Stephen King writing as Richard Bachman for Thinner, and there's actually a picture of this fictitious, there's no mention of Stephen King at all. This is one of the original ones. No mention of Stephen King at all. And then this fictitious Richard Bachman guy who was totally made up. So this is actually worth some money, and like I said, I wished I had just put it in a sealed Ziploc bag and never touched it again, but that's not what books are they? So there's all these, and I know for sure that none of these Stephen King books will be going, with the exception of maybe this copy of Cell. I wish I had the rest of my Dark Tower series in hardcover. I have two of them, Songs of Susanna and Dark Tower 7 in hardcover, but the rest are paperback, including The Gunslinger. But I've looked at them to replace them on Amazon now, and they're crazy expensive, so what are you going to do? H.G. Wells, some mythology, love, love, love Gregory Maguire. He wrote Wicked, obviously, and all of his books are freaking amazing. I'm not going to turn this into a book review. I'm going to try not to turn this into a book review. This is a purge. We're going to purge. Yeah, right. These are more like informative, nutritional stuff, herbology. Again, just basic knowledge, handbooks. My grandson likes to look at the bird books. Information. Lots of good hippie stuff. And then some novels, which I may be able to let go some of the novels. We'll see. Some just human interest stuff. Love Alice Walker. George Carlin letters, this book right here. It was written by his wife, Sally Wade, after he passed. And it was all his little love letters to her on Post-it notes and stuff. It's a very, very sweet book. Scars of Paradise, Janis Joplin, Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee, Fleetwood Mac, John Lennon, Zeppelin, Keith Richards, David Crosby, John Lennon. The Hidden Messages in Water, that's an amazing book. These are some religious books of the Bible, the Bhagavad Gita, Tibetan Book of the Dead, the Essential Kabbalah, Tao Te Ching, the Essential Rumi, the Prophet, Prophecies of Nostradamus. A couple of these art books I may be able to either alter, or there is a place where I can donate these books in town, so we'll see. Some of these I absolutely will not be getting rid of. And this is the bottom shelf. Whole Earth, Glorious Constellations. This book I told you I got at the auction. It's like brand new condition. I think I paid $1 for it, and it's like $400 on Amazon. Or $200, something. Over 100, definitely 200 or more on Amazon. Some of these, again, got at the auction that I'll be able to get rid of. These are just, again, information. That's the last of my nursing books. I had a whole library of nursing books that I've left at various jobs, given away, you know, along the way, but I kept that one because, for those of you who know me, I have been a psychiatric RN for the last 25 years. My license is still current, although I am not working as an RN outside the home now. I am qualified to do so in the state of New York. Some massage, Tibetan relaxation, Love R. Crumb, comics, some women's humor, Peanuts, The Golden, M.C. Escher, Diane Arbus, love her, Robert Mapplethorpe, love him, Leonardo da Vinci, Duchamp. These are just some more cooler ones. Powers of Myth, Beatles Complete. I'm just showing you all this now because, you guys, I'm not going to film me going through individually each book because it will take me forever and I'll have a story for each one. So I'm just giving you the tour now, and then I'll give you the tour when we're all done of what I kept. So these are craft books, polymer clay and beading, tie-dye, macrame, needlework, some coloring books, needlecraft encyclopedia, needlework, sewing, more sewing, crocheting, knitting, quilting, organic gardening, more gardening, astrological gardening, Birds of the World, the People's Almanac. Here's, for those of you who follow my vlogs, I told you that I am in Who's Who in American Junior Colleges in 1992. These are my high school yearbooks. And this is a big, huge, ginormous photo album, which I'll be going through at another time. So those are the living room bookcases on that side, okay? And hang on, and I'll show you the other ones in just a second. Okay, you guys, this is also in the living room here. And these are all my, like, coffee table size books that are not on the coffee table. So fairies, castles, good fairies, bad fairies, goblins, dragonology, fairyopolis, wizardology, a way of wizards, gnomes, witches, giants, fairies, and Lady Cottonton's pressed fairy book. So needless to say, these all spark tons of joy. I will be taking them out, though, never fear. All this stuff's going to go into a pile, just like we do. So I have those, And then on my table here, on my coffee table, I always have books at hand. I have these books, just random, what I've recently been reading. Some optical illusion books. So these will all go into the pile. I've decided to do a living room pile and a bedroom pile. Otherwise, it's just going to be too difficult for me to get everything all in one place, just with the wheelchair. I'm going to use that as an excuse, but it's true. Okay, this is where my TV is, and this mainly has games and Xbox and stuff like that, but I do have two dictionaries here. This big fat one, Webster's, and then this American Heritage Illustrated Encyclopedic Dictionary. I may be able to let one of those go. I initially got those to do some dictionary art in, so I will be keeping at least one for reference and one for art. But I also have hidden, under those plants is a table, and under that table I have at least 3 or 4 books, which I'll be pulling out. One's a dictionary, maybe 2 are dictionaries that I got at the auction that I've been using for torn dictionary page. So I'll be adding those to the pile too. So that's it for the living room books, right? And then these will all, I'll show you how everything's going to look when I get it into a pile. And then also I have in my kitchen here, I have 2, look, we have bins from the clothing purge that have been living here. I have like cookbooks. So this whole thing of stuff here is most of my art supplies, which I'll get into at another time. But this, and trust me, we'll be purging those too, but that's the majority of my stuff. Down here are all cookbooks, and some of these I will be letting go, but I have some cool ones. And this, I have a Fanny Farmer cookbook from 1896. These folders, one is all recipes and the other is artwork, I think. Okay, so there's that, and then here is my refrigerator. Hello, refrigerator. We are going to, this is on top of the microwave. I have these, which I use often or sometimes. Yeah. So those, all these kitchen books here, under there, the living room stuff over there. I'll get stuff under the plants. I'll get each bookcase, and then this big bookcase here will all be put in one big pile, okay? And next I'm going to go in the bedroom and I'll show you what we're dealing with in there. Okay guys, I'm losing light here quick, but we're in the bedroom now, and I have 3 different spaces where I have books. You're looking at my tarot books, obviously, down here. And then I have some of my art journals, and those spell books are just arty. And a few more up there, but I think I'm going to leave my art journals to go through with like mementos. Yeah. And then over here, I have all of my witchy books. So, sorry for the bumpy ride, you guys. Hang on. This is just kind of what I have next to the bed. So these will all be pulled out and put on my bed to go through. I'm not going to drag these out into the living room. It would just be too much for me in the wheelchair to try to carry everything. And this bookshelf especially, you guys, I don't even know. I don't think I'll be parting with one book at all. But we'll see. I'll do it the right way, and I will, you know, clean off the shelves and touch everything and wow, I'm lost in the titles. I want to start pulling them out and reading, and I have to stay focused here, you know. But so these will be hard. Definitely, definitely. Gosh, they're all going to be hard. And then one more down here. Oh, let me look at this stool. Isn't that beautiful? I have the matching moon over here. Whee! We just went for a ride. I'm sitting on my bed. Okay, sorry. Focus, Cali. That corner is tarot decks and oracle decks. And then more witchy books. So it'll be interesting to see what, if any, and a random sand art. What, if any, I get rid of. And then this shelf is kind of my children's literature and some of my grandchildren's stuff. So I have my Harry Potter books, mostly in hardcover. 1, 2, and 3 I have in paperback. Not that that means anything, but I just love a good book. Narnia, some of the Little House on the Prairie books, Anne of Green Gables, Brothers Grimm. So again, I purge a lot, and these have made it through many purges, so I'm probably going to wind up keeping these. This copy of Little Women I've had since I'm 10 years old. So we'll see. And then down here are just some books for my grandkids, which I'll go through those too. And we'll see. So that is it for the books, you guys. And I will see you back here when everything is in a big pile or 2 big piles. Okay, you guys, here we are. Everything is off the shelves in the living room. I have not gone into the bedroom yet, but I just wanted to show you. This is including the cookbooks. I just dumped them in a big pile. I resisted the urge to open any or to go, oh, you know, that kind of stuff. So it goes all the way back. Okay. And that's that. And I'll show you what the bookcase looks like. Empty, except for, you know, obviously the decorations and stuff. And that's a whole nother purge. But I will be taking everything off the shelves. And where am I going with my camera here? Sorry, guys. I will be taking everything off the shelves and washing everything down before I put the books back on. And I just wanted to show you, I found a $1 bill. It pays to clean and purge, as well as one of my favorite incense burners that burns extra long incense. So that was good. And a big blob of wax. And look at the floor. OMG. So I will be pulling out the vacuum, washing down the shelves, like I said, before I put anything else back. This was the stuff, my oracle decks and stuff like that, I'll deal with my witchy purge. And then I just want to show you the kitchen. So nothing above the microwave anymore, as well as nothing down below my craft stuff. Okay, so I'll see you back here when I do the bedroom, and then we'll begin. Okay, now we're back in the bedroom, and it didn't take me too long, maybe 20 minutes to get everything off the shelves. I have a small pile of things on the bed that I'll be taking out, some of my grandkids' coloring books and crayons, an incense burner, and an empty box, and that mandala sand art thing. So I'll just put those with my arts and art supplies. And there is my grandkids' dresser. And there is my one in the back. I left the tarot cards and oracle decks because I'll be doing those when I do my witchy item purge. And I did take the tarot books off of that shelf, but I also left the spell books, and I have my book of shadows and things like that. And again, I will leave that till I do all my witchy purge, which will be under, I don't know, miscellaneous, or she calls that kimono. So anyway, you guys, that's it for all the books in the house. So I am going to get to it. First, I'm going to purge everything, and then I'll be, well, actually, you know what? First, I'm going to wipe down and clean the shelves and vacuum and stuff, and then I'll start purging. I'll get back to you when I'm done purging. And again, I'm going to hold each and every book in my hands, and I'm going to see if it sparks joy or not. If it sparks joy, we're keeping it. If it doesn't, I'm going to thank it for its service, and I'm going to release it to bring someone else joy. And that's where we're at, you guys. So I'll see you back here when that part is done. Again, I'm starting to feel exhilarated, so this feels really good. I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, I want to give you a little update. I started with the kitchen books because I thought that would be the easiest to do, and I went pretty quick. So I'll show you what I'm keeping, and I'll show you what I'm giving away. And I don't know if I'm going to do this with all my books, but let's see. I'm keeping this Ball Complete Book of Home Preserving. I'm going to keep Preserving Summer's Bounty. I love how to, back to nature, living off the grid kind of books. I'm keeping this Moosewood Restaurant New Classics. These are recipes from the Moosewood Collective, which is based up in Ithaca, New York. And although it's not vegan, it's vegetarian, and most recipes can be adapted easily. So I've had it for years, and I want to still keep it. I have Patricia Telesco's Kitchen Witches Cookbook. Definitely sparks joy. I kept Cooking with the Dead, recipes and stories from fans on the road. I kept Lydia Lunch, The Need to Feed, A Hedonist's Guide, and I talked about this recently. I kept The Mystic Cookbook. I got this recently as well, and haven't really delved into it very deeply, but it sparks joy. I want to keep it. Keeping Witch in the Kitchen by Kate Johnson. Keeping I Am Grateful, Recipes and Lifestyle of Cafe Gratitude. Cunningham's Encyclopedia of Wicca in the Kitchen. This book I've had for years, and I love it. And again, it's not vegan, but many of the recipes can be adapted. Actually, all of them can be. Passionate Vegetarian by Crescent Dragon Wagon. I recommend this book highly. Again, I've had it for years. The dust cover is no longer on it, but it's just a wealth of information from A to Z. Keeping The Bold Vegetarian, World of the Far East, Vegetarian Cooking, Juicing for Life, and I also have my juicing manuals that came with my juicer. Raw Food Detox Diet. This one I'm on the fence about. So actually, let's put that in the giveaway pile. Diet for a Small Planet. Every good hippie should have this. I've had it for years, and again, it's vegetarian, but all the recipes can be adapted. Here is the Kitchen Witch Companion, which goes with The Kitchen Witch by Patricia Telesco. And this I also got recently, Foraging and Feasting, A Field Guide and Wild Food Cookbook. Okay, so those are all keepers, and I'm going to keep this too, you guys. I got this recently, and it's good reference for juicing and vegan sandwiches, and we're keeping it. Okay, I'm getting rid of Food is Medicine by Dharma Singh Khalsa. This was a great book. I've read it, reread it, and read it again, so I'm ready to let it go and thank it for its service. This was also very good, but I'm ready to let it go. I have enough of the same kind of information. Skinny Bitch in the Kitch. This is a vegan cookbook, and I recommend it. It's very easy to read, funny. This I'm probably going to offer one of my daughters. It's the original Fannie Farmer 1896 cookbook, and just for novelty reasons, I kind of went back and forth about keeping it just because I think it's a wonderful book. But honestly, you guys, I've never opened it, and I'm not, it's not vegetarian or vegan, and, it's time to let things go. So I'm letting it go. Same thing with this, the Garlic Lovers Cookbook. I love garlic. This is a great book, but it's not vegan or vegetarian. And enough of the recipes are the same in many other things I have, so I'm ready to let this go too. As well as these I'm going to offer to my daughters as well. Julia Child, Mastering the Art of French Cooking, Volume 1 and 2. So that's it for kitchen books, and I'll be back. Okay, I know you're not supposed to put things away until you've discarded everything, but I really don't have the room, so I decided to put them away by category. So these are the kitchen cookbooks that I've decided to keep, and I did decide to keep the Fannie Farmer for now. It just kept calling my name again, so that's that. And then, same thing, I started with the books. I thought I'd just jump in and give you an update. I started with the easiest for me, which would be my Stephen King books, because they all spark joy, and I knew I wasn't getting rid of them. So, but I did get rid of 2. Like I said, this will be my get rid of pile down here. And I'll probably have to move it. But I did get rid of Cell, as well as this one I had gotten at a library sale somewhere. This is his memoir specifically on the subject of writing. Didn't spark joy to me. I did read it. I enjoyed it, but I'm okay with letting it go. So that's that. And then this is what I have left here in the living room. I haven't even touched what's in the bedroom yet. So I'm going to put Steven up on the shelf just to get him out of the way, and we'll move on. And I'll be back with another update real soon. See you in a minute. Well, good morning. So I was a busy bee last night, as you can see. And this bin here is our discard bin from the living room. I got through the whole living room. I have not touched the bedroom yet. But I am very proud of myself. That's a big bin. It's really, really heavy. I feel sorry for Tom, who has to carry it out of here. But there will be some happy people and hopefully receiving those books. And I'll just show you the bookcase. I changed everything up. I wiped everything down. Look how much space now, you guys. I'm not going to go through every book, but it was it's a wonderful experience when you touch your things and the memories they evoke, and, it is very cathartic to let things go. And it's wonderfully healing to keep joyous things. So I really, really can't say enough about this whole process. There's my Stephen King row. Tolkien on the end. And then, I wound up moving my cookbooks because I had so much room now on this. And I put the Julia Child back too, because I'll hang on to that unless one of my daughters wants it. I just couldn't let it go. But I put the cookbooks out here because I had so much room, as well as my coffee table size books that were on the other table. So what I'm going to do, and I'll show you now, is use the crate. Here we go for a ride. Whee, sorry guys. I'm going to use the crate that I had those cookbooks in, And I'll be able to move my art supplies down and utilize that too. So that I won't have that pile there, which has been annoying me since day one. So that's good. And next on the agenda, oh, you can also see over there under the lamp, that table is the one that had my fantasy books on it. And that is now clear and free. And I just have two little boxes on there that spark joy for sure. So that's good. And I was also thinking, and you know, you have to stay focused because I wanted to start moving furniture around and stuff. I'm kind of debating, and I won't do it until it's time, but I'd like to move this table and lamp over on the other side of the TV, so right here. So that may happen when we start moving furniture around, but let's stay focused on books today. So lots of progress there. And then this morning, I'm going to get my coffee and come on back into the bedroom. And this is what awaits me this morning. So both bookshelves are empty and I'm going to deal with this big pile. So we'll see where that gets us. And I'll see you back here when that's done. Okay? So I'll see you in just a minute. Okay, I'm making great progress in here, you guys. I got through all my witchy books, which is what you see spread out all over the bed. Everything that you're looking at, I'm keeping. So honestly, I'll show you what I purged. Those were all my tarot decks over there. Yeah. I cleaned off the bookshelf. And on the bookshelf there are some of my blank journals. So, and I cleaned off the grandkids bookshelf. I haven't gone through those books yet. So those are the grandkids and my children's literature on the floor there. But everything on the bed are my witchy books. I went through them. Okay, ready for the purge? Right there, you guys. One book. I used to keep this in my office. Got us in the office. It's kind of beat up. You know, it's cute, but it doesn't spark joy anymore. I'm ready to let it go. And this little pile of stuff are some of my notes from different classes, and that's a journal. So those will go with my private mementos, and we'll save that for when we're going through that stuff. So that's it for the witchy purge for the bookshelf. And I'll come back. I'm going to put those away just to get them out of the way, and then I'll tackle the kids' books. So I'll see you back here when I put them away and I've tackled the kids' books. Or maybe, yeah, I'll put those away too. Whatever I do, I'll see you back here in a minute, you guys. Okay, guys, I am super stoked. I am done with all of the books. Can you believe it? This is the bookcase next to my bed. And it just seems like everything is alive now, you know, and vibrant. I dusted everything. I wiped down all the books. I kind of flipped through, ruffled their pages, and woke them up a little bit, you know? And I'm just so happy. And I have room, extra space now, and I'll show you exactly what I got rid of here. I did put the tarot books up on the shelf, but I did not yet go through my tarot decks. And again, I'll do that with the other witchy stuff. But I just put them over next to my closet. And then here is the grandkids bookshelf. And Grandma's a big kid. There's everybody on top. And then down here. And then down on the bottom, and I know the Kon-Mari method does not advocate laying things down. She likes them to stand up, but there was no space to have those stand, so that's why those are there. And I'll show you what I got rid of. With the books in here is a very small pile. I am going to part with these two Laura Ingalls books because I don't have the complete set. And if I had the hardcover complete set, that'd be a different story. But I've read and reread them so much that they're ingrained in my mind, and as well as this one from the Mixed Up Files of Mrs. Basil Lee Frank Weiler, and I almost got rid of my Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, but I kept it. This one. Oh, and I wanted to mention, too, that magazines count as books as well. So you need to go through any magazines you may have. Yeah, so that's it for the books in here, you guys. And I'll cut to out there, and I'll show you what we're giving away total. But, yeah, I am so excited. And our next category, I believe, is going to be papers and documents. So I'm not sure if I'm going to start that tomorrow or the next day, but we're going to keep rolling along here. So stay tuned, and I'll have a playlist of all my Kon-Mari videos. So, but just give me a second, and I'll take you out. I can't wait to like do furnishings and stuff. As I'm looking around, I'm like, oh, I want to get rid of that. Oh, I want to get rid of that. So I'm looking forward to the next steps. Just give me a minute. Here you have it, guys. This is what we're left with, and this is what's going to be going out the door. So not too bad. I mean, definitely super heavy. Tom's going to have to break this up to do 2 trips, but I'm really pleased with the progress I made today. All the bookcases look great. Super happy. Check this out. So I hope I've motivated you guys or inspired you. And I am really just motivated to keep going with this. So the next part of the process is papers and documents. And that is every single piece of paper and document that I own, including, I'm going to include art paper. So things I use in my artwork. So that should be fun. So stay tuned for that. And if you guys like these videos, please give me a thumbs up. If you have not yet subscribed, I would love it if you do. And have a beautiful, blessed day. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.